So I want to talk quickly about last night's MTV Movie Awards. MTV Movie Awards are just kind of a joke. They hold no real credence. I don't really care about who wins. There's no validity. I really just watch to see what clips are released because it takes place, during summer, so there's a lot of cool summer movie clips being released. That's really the only reason I watch. Jason Sudeikis, I think he's a fairly funny guy. He was an alright host. They definitely had worse, but he really went for, the shock value pop culture jokes. He made 2 Arnold Schwarzenegger jokes in, 5 minutes. It was too much. But other than that, he was alright. I'm really only making this video to spend the majority of the time talking about the Harry Potter clip that was released, which was the main reason I watched the awards. And so I just want to talk about a couple things before that. Something that just still doesn't make sense to me, and I've asked people, and they don't understand it, is how did Justin Bieber, the Never Say Never movie, Justin Bieber documentary, win Best Jaw-Dropping Moment? I'd like for someone to explain to me what's jaw-dropping, because they didn't specify, what parts of these movies are jaw-dropping, but from the other nominees, you could gather what could be so jaw-dropping, at least from, the clips. Black Swan, they had her peeling off her skin. Alright, that makes sense. For 120 Summers, him cutting off his arm, that makes sense. Jackass 3D, the porta potty launch, that makes perfect sense. All 3 of those would have been fine winners. And then Justin Bieber, Never Say Never, just him performing. That's the clip that what is jaw-dropping? The only thing that I could even slightly rationalize as to why he won is that him being nominated in itself made it jaw-dropping. The fact that he was nominated in this category made absolutely no sense. It was so ridiculous that it was jaw-dropping. Him being nominated was jaw-dropping, therefore creating a paradox or a self-fulfilling prophecy that becoming a nominee in this category was jaw-dropping, therefore making him eligible to win the category. That's the only thing I could work out. There was, Robert Pattinson making out with, Taylor Lautner, and you could tell they weren't really actually making out, but, they were trying to be funny, but those are the most awkward cast of people, especially Kristen Stewart. Everybody knows she's awkward. Even when she won for Best Female Performance, which was just a ridiculous joke. The MTV Movie Awards, the winners have just gone down. In so many ways. It really is just such a joke now. But she tries to make this humor, and she's just not funny. She's an awkward chick. All the older presenters and a lot of the comedians just were making fun of these people, kind of almost tongue-in-cheek. They didn't care, they were laughing off. Steve-O when Justin Bieber won was just kind of whatever, I don't give a shit. I'm Watson. She's a sport. She sat there through all those awards, watching undeserving people win. And she's awesome. Yeah, I am happy that Harry Potter won something, Tom Felton, but why would Tom Felton win? He was in Deathly Hallows Part 1, even in the book. He's only in the movie for 2 minutes. He's not even villainous. He hands them the wands. He gives up. He's not villainous. He's maybe 2 pieces of dialogue in that movie. I'm happy Harry Potter won something. It was nominated a lot, but the thing is, it's kind of obvious that Harry Potter has a much larger fan population. If you just look at the attendance for the movies, really all over the sales for the books, it is much more popular. There's a lot more fans, but the fans are older. I think most of the fans now are between 20, 25. The majority of them, and they don't care about MTV. They don't care about this. They're not as active voters as, the 13, 14-year-old girls who are in love with Twilight, because those are the people who watch MTV and, are brainwashed by that bullshit, and those are the people who are online voting. And I don't really care. It's the MTV Movie Awards. I expected Eclipse to win, but it was still ridiculous. And then they played the Breaking Dawn Part 1 teaser, and it leaked before, so I'd already seen it, and it was just so bad. I don't get why they were playing this huge epic music like they're about to go into battle and there's gonna be this death and destruction. But no, it's a wedding, even a relatively small-scale wedding at that. It was a weak trailer altogether, but then they know that the thing that they are made fun of probably the most is the fact that Jacob just continuously tears his shirt off for no apparent reason, and he just, the first, 15 seconds, he just runs out and pulls his shirt off. Obviously, so blatant. And I've read various sources on what Breaking Dawn, the book, is about, because I'm not gonna read the book. I have no interest to, but it seems so lackluster and so anticlimactic for a finale that it's actually surprising that that's how they choose to end the series, and then making 2 books out of it. Now I want to talk about the Harry Potter clip, and I ask book readers only from this point on because I don't want to spoil anything for the people who just watch movies and they don't know how it ends, because I'm just going to be talking about things regarding the scene, and I really do not want to spoil anything. This is one of those things that you absolutely do not want spoiled for you, so book readers only from this point on. So they decided to go rather ambitious with the scene, the clip that they show, Emma Watson, sporting out there, delivering us our cool clip. I got all excited. Kind of sad. It's the last one. Big emotion. But yeah, they went ambitious and they did the Dark Forest scene where Voldemort effectively, temporarily kills Harry. And I was really surprised they went for that, because I think a lot of people who don't know how it ends, most of the people who have read the books, know what's going on, but I think they're going to be really surprised, because you actually see him. It's not like in the trailer, because we've seen this clip before, part of it, him shooting Avada Kedavra, the Killing Curse, and then it cuts, but now they actually show him moving back as it hits him, not defending himself at all. So I think a lot of people are going to be shocked. There's Bellatrix in the background. It just looked really cool. Like, they did the scene. It's a big scene. I was wondering how they're going to pull it off, and they seem like they are doing it very well. They have Hagrid in there all tied up, and I know it's going to get me all worked up. But they seem to be doing it very well. Just the look, Daniel Radcliffe really pulls off this death row walk look, and he did it so perfectly. I cannot wait to see how the full scene plays out, because, we don't see the Resurrection Stone, which, kind of ends just as the scene begins. So I didn't expect them to show that, because I know it's going to be kind of a big reveal to have some of these characters come back, and you wouldn't want to give away that Lupin dies previously either. So I know they're going to do that, because on the cast list, for Gary Oldman, they have him as Sirius Black. So obviously, there would be, I think it'd be ridiculously stupid for them not to have the Resurrection Stone scene there, because that is one of the scenes I'm looking forward to the most. But they change, I guess they tweak it a little bit, because in the book, he pulls off the cloak just as he drops it, and, the characters disappear, dead characters. So, and you don't see that, so it doesn't look like he had the cloak on at any point, so maybe he chooses before he walks up to drop the stone or put it down or something, because who knows? And then after that we get King's Cross, so I am so excited. Looks like it was an awesome clip.